Good morning, happy Monday. Monday. I don't like Mondays. Honestly, they're not that bad. I actually don't like Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays and Thursdays are hard because my husband works like 15 hours those days. But today is Monday, so yesterday was Mother's Day, and it was a super nice day. I didn't sleep in. I have a hard time sleeping in, so I was still up at 6:30 yesterday. Hold on. I had to take my dog out. So I can't see. I need my glasses. But all my kids are asleep, which is why I don't want to go get my glasses. I don't want Kennedy's in my bed, and I don't want to wake her up by rummaging through my nightstand to get my glasses on, so I will just be blind. I got up at 6 this morning and I worked out. Yay! I do yoga every day, like easy yoga, like relaxing yoga. But since Adam has been driving for Coca-Cola and bringing sodas home, I told him no more. Like, if there's Coke in the house, I have no willpower. I can't help myself. I will drink it. Then the kids want it and it's not good for them, and I said no more. So he actually brought home, because he gets free stuff, so he just brought home like bottled waters and these things called, I don't know what they're called, I'll show you later. I think I have one in the fridge. Oh, they're called Body Armor, so they have like different flavors, and they have 20 calories, just 2 grams of sugar. This shouldn't replace regular water, but they're good and he gets them for free. So we have a case of those and a case of water, but I said don't bring home any more soda. I can't handle it. I feel like I'm just packing on the pounds, and I don't like the way, because soda bloats me, even diet soda. Diet soda is worse. It really bloats me. Anyways, I got up this morning and I put on Leslie Sanson, the Walk Away the Pounds. I just streamed it on YouTube, and I've been doing it for years, so I don't even have to like watch, because I know all the steps. So she just says what to do, and I just do it. And I actually faced my living room window so I could look outside. So I did a 20-minute really fast walk, and then I did I can't talk. Then I did a 20-minute power yoga. That was hard because I don't usually do the power yogas. It was a lot of ab work, and I seriously thought I was going to die, but I did it. And then I went and got dressed, and I feel a whole lot better. Having my coffee. I made pancakes. I know they don't look pretty, but it is what it is. I have to do dishes. But we go to free lunch. Oh, he also brings home these. I don't know what it's not even open. I don't know what he did to it. He brings home those are really good. Anyway, we go to free lunch like 3 times a week, and they give us these applesauce cups. So I don't ever usually buy stuff like this. See? Anyways, I put one of these in the pancakes this morning, so it should be really good. But instead of throwing these away, I've been saving them and washing them, so that when the kids go back to school and I pack lunches, or I pack hubby's lunch, I could put yogurt or applesauce or like fruit cocktail, because I buy the fruit cocktail in the big cans, and then I have these little things now. So that's cool. See, there's a whole bunch of them too. So yeah, yesterday was busy. Well, busy in the sense like my husband was busy. I didn't sleep in, but Jillian and him made me breakfast in bed, so they brought me eggs and cut up fruit. And then I got up and I watered all my seeds and walked around the yard. I like to walk around the yard. It's pretty right now, this time of year. And then I went back in my room and I finished my Stephen King book that I've been reading. And then my dad sent me a book, so that his neighbor wrote, or a lady that goes to his church. I have to go look at the title. I already forgot what the title is. Fisher. I don't know. It's a Christian book, so I'm excited to read that. It looks really good. It's about, I think it's about making disciples, like fisher of men. Anyway, so I want to read that. Anyway, it was just a relaxing day. We did a lot of work in the yard. My husband finally hung up my clothesline, so I'm able to hang laundry out. So I did a lot of laundry yesterday, so I don't have to run the dryer as much. Unfortunately, we do have to run the dryer here in the winter because we get in like the -15s here. I cannot put laundry out. We don't have like radiators or anything. There's not a lot of places to hang clothes to dry. I have like a rack, you've seen it, that I could put inside, but when it's that cold, and we try not to run our heaters because they're old and they cost a lot, I have to run the dryer. But now that it's so warm, yesterday it was 72, I couldn't believe it. Right now it's 52, but I think it's supposed to get to like 65 today. But I'll show you what we did outside. So, we went to Lowe's yesterday too. Adam took me for Mother's Day because I wanted to get a couple more plants. So we got this one. What are you doing, Jack? And I got this one for $5. It was in the clearance part. I don't know why. It's perfectly fine. And we replanted some of these. This was in one of these containers. I need to replant. These are my strawberries. I'm going to put them in here. I got these. These were like $2. And then this we got for $1. It was in a big, I'll show you the bucket in a minute. It was in a big bucket, but the bucket was broke, so they sold it for $1. And then my husband put all these plants in this little pot, so that looks pretty. Look at my cat. He hears all the birds. He's like, I want to chase the birds. There's bunnies out here in the morning and squirrels. So we also, see, here's the bucket. This is why we got it, the geraniums or whatever they're called. Yeah, geraniums. See, it was originally $12.98. We got it for $1 because it was broken. But I'm not going to throw that away because we could still use that. The wild raspberries that were growing under my daughter's yard, oh my gosh, they were growing into her, because she's in the basement. See, it's like the little cutouts. They were actually growing into the window, but in the backyard. So we transplanted them, so hopefully they grow right here. I don't know, I'm hoping they do, but I didn't want it going in her we rent, and her dumb window doesn't have a screen. We keep telling the property managers, but they don't do nothing. And then we planted wildflower seeds on both sides. My son Parker cut my other son Wesley's hair last night, so it's interesting haircut. I'll have to show you. But I mean, for the first time giving a haircut, it really wasn't bad. Well, I'm not gonna go out there right now, the grass is wet, but you can see the clothesline. So there's one here and one there, and then we're probably gonna put one somewhere else. I'm not sure where. I think we need one more. But yeah, I can hang my clothes out now. I just tasted a piece of the pancakes. Oh my gosh, they're really good. I really want one, but I didn't really make that many, so I'll save them for the kids. I'll just have Raisin Bran, I think. Anyway, I'm just letting the kids sleep. It's almost 9 o'clock. I don't even care, because I get to just have my coffee in peace. Kennedy had class this morning at 8:30 online, but it got canceled. She was actually up like 5 times last night. I don't know what her deal was. Growing pains maybe. She has been eating a whole lot. And then Wesley woke up. And they never wake up my husband. They never go to his side of the bed. They come to mine. That's how Kennedy just ended up in bed with me, because I was so tired of getting up and putting her back to her bed. I'm like, forget it. When Adam, because he leaves at like 3:30 in the morning, I just put her in bed with me, because I was so tired. And I was like, I am waking up to work out, because all last week I said I was gonna do it and I didn't do it. I was like, I don't care how tired I am. I'm getting up and I'm working out. And I did. Yesterday we also went on a bike ride and went to the park, and they played hard. Even my teenagers did. Because the weather was just so nice. And here in Idaho, like, it doesn't get dark until like 9 o'clock, 9:30. And then like towards 4th of July, like 11 o'clock, it'll still be, it's like Alaska. It'll still be like bright outside. So I don't think that helps her going to sleep either, because it messes with her clock. Messes with mine too. 9 o'clock last night, it felt like it was 5 o'clock still. Anyway, I'm rambling. Need to make bread. Oh, the bike guy is coming to fix my kickstand. I fell off my bike yesterday. I was so embarrassed because like people were walking on the path, and the stupid thing is I wasn't even riding. I was standing still. I was, straddling it, and I was talking to my son, and my shoe, like the sandal part, like the sole, I don't know what I did, but it like curled under because I was wearing my older ones. And so when I tried to undo it, I lost my balance, and the bike is really heavy because of that front basket. It's actually, I love it, but it is actually a little bit harder to ride than a normal bike because it feels off-centered because of that basket so big. Anyway, it was like slow motion. Like it was like, ooh, my son, like my 10-year-old son, standing there just staring at me like, Mom. And then I fell, and people are like walking. They're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. I was just super embarrassed. I cut up my elbow, and my oldest daughter and my 11-year-old daughter saw that I had fallen because they were climbing the trees, and they ran over like, Mom, are you okay? Oh, it was embarrassing. But I guess that's what happens when you're 43. I don't know. Anyway, the bike guy's coming to fix my kickstand because it leans too much, and Kennedy's got her appointment, and I need to bake bread. I need to get the kitchen clean right now. I need to clean the boys, not the boys' bathroom, just the upstairs bathroom, because it's disgusting. There's like, because both boys use that bathroom, and it's just gross. Poor Jillian, because she uses that bathroom too, and so does Kennedy. It's just nasty. I just cleaned it last week, and anyway, happy Monday. If I bake bread, I will show you guys. Oh, and here's a fun fact. In case you don't go and look at my info, I don't know if I've ever introduced myself formally now that the channel's kind of changed. I always mention my kids' names, but my name is Becky, so very nice to meet you. Okay, so I got 3 awake, so they're having some pancakes, some orange juice, and some apples. I've mentioned before, I usually give juice at breakfast time. Right now I have a lot of milk because we get milk from free lunch, so they actually don't even like cow's milk. I usually buy almond milk or soy milk. So here's Wesley's haircut. So we need to clean it up a little bit, but Parker actually did a really good job for never cutting anybody's hair before. I'm surprised. Let me see, look up. We just have a few parts to clean up, like it's a little uneven right here. Turn. The other side, babe. No, yeah. And then he forgot to do the side. He went a little bit too short right here, but it'll grow fast, and there's no school, so. But it's actually a really good job. These are the flowers that I got for Mother's Day. Kennedy picked them out for me at Walmart. Those are really pretty. And look at our celery's growing, our garlic, our lettuces. And Kennedy had a little project growing a bean. So we're growing this is a black bean for her school project. So I don't know, I don't see any growth. These are the ones that got knocked over with the storm. I found some bulbs, so I tried to replant them, but I don't know if they'll grow. But here's all the new things I planted right here. It's just duplicates of everything that we planted before. Here's some more new stuff, but it's labeled. The beans are coming up nice. So is the basil back there. Oh, it's humid in here. Okay. So I had to cancel Kennedy's appointment with her counselor because it's online right now and our internet's not working, which is not good because all the kids' schoolwork is on Google Classroom. The people are supposed to come out tomorrow between 9 and 5. A lot of good that does me today and most of tomorrow. But since her thing is canceled, I'm gonna go inside and bake some bread. It's really cool outside today. 62, but it's cloudy. I need to come sweep and stack the firewood. The sticks for the fire pit, sweep up all this. Here's the bad thing about that swing. See, the patch of grass is no longer there because they rubbed it away with their shoes. Oh well. We have some little birdies in there that made a nest. And then up there on the roof, on the other side, they've made a nest too. Oh my goodness. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, so I got my stuff in my mixing bowl. My dough hook on. So I use the recipe that's in my KitchenAid mixer recipe book. If I can get you closer. So, but you can do this by hand because I've done it before. Okay, so in here I have 5.5 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3.5 teaspoons of salt, 3 packages of active dry yeast, 1/4 cup of softened butter or margarine, and then you mix this up and then you add your 2.5 or 2 cups of very warm water gradually, and then the rest of the flour. So I'm getting my warm water going. And I'll turn this on, it's gonna get loud. And this makes 2 loaves of bread. I didn't have any more packages, so I just used, on this, 2 1/4 teaspoons equals 1 package. And get that mixed up. Get my water a little bit warmer. I'm turning it the wrong way. Don't want it too hot. This wants to be cold or on fire. Okay. That's good. You should be able to put your finger in there and not burn yourself. I'm going to add the warm water. I just let that mix for about 1.5 minutes longer, and then I'll add the remaining flour because it calls for around 7 cups of flour. So I'll let that mix and then I'll add the remaining flour. But like I said, you can do this by hand. This is just basically the kneading process. That is my big bucket of flour. I'll have to stop it in a minute and scrape the sides. Okay, it's ready for me to, I scraped the sides, so it's ready for me to add the flour. I do it 1/2 cup at a time. So I'm going to do that now. The neighbor's cat scratched Kennedy. It's okay. Here's my dough. I'm gonna cover it with plastic wrap and I let it sit for only 20 minutes. I liked Coffee with Kate's idea about buying shower curtains. Shower curtains, oh my goodness. Shower caps to put over, because then you could reuse them, because I hate plastic wrap because it does this crap. I'll also put a dish towel over it. So I just set the timer for 20. And then we'll come back and I knead it and roll it out, put it in the pans. Well, I'll show you. I also have recipes for bread that don't require yeast. You can use like egg and milk and you don't need it at all. So maybe I'll make that one day too. Why is my thing so blurry? I had flour all over my lens. Kids are doing school. This will be the last week for some of them if they can manage to get their work in. I am so done with this online schooling. I mean, I totally appreciate everything the teachers are doing, but it's just too hard. It would be different if it was my own, like if I was homeschooling, like my own curriculum. I just can't keep up with all 6 kids. My 2 oldest are really not doing good. And theirs is what really matters, that one going into high school and one going into 10th grade. My daughter that's going into 7th grade is doing good. Anyway, okay, so it's been 20 minutes and the dough rose, the bread has risen, and I separated into 2 loaves and I put some flour on my cutting board. I just use my cutting board. And I'm gonna roll it out and shape it into a bread loaf. And I greased my pan. I usually use olive oil, but I'm out, so I have grapeseed oil. Works just fine, so I'm gonna do that. Then I get it in the pan and then I brush the top with olive oil. So I'll do both of them like that, and then I cover them with plastic wrap. I'm just reusing the one plastic wrap. And then I put them in the fridge for around 2.5 hours, or you can leave them overnight if you do this at night, and then you bake them. So this is my little rolling pin. Usually Kennedy helps me with this part. She's watching cartoons. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just, I like to roll. It makes it a little bit easier to shape it. I don't even know if you guys can see. My kitchen is not very big, but you gotta work with what you have, right? This looks like a heart. And then I just fold the sides in and roll it. Get the excess flour off. What are you guys doing? I'm trying to make bread. Get out of the kitchen.
I'm trying to make lunch.
Well, you should have gotten up and had breakfast.
Well, we were going to.
Okay. Put that in here.
Yes, are you almost done?
No, I'm not almost done. Like 5 minutes. Okay.
It's lunchtime?
It can be. It's 11:45. Okay, once I got it in the pan, I do like to get a knife. Not that knife. I like a service knife. Oh, it's hot in here. You guys can unload the dishwasher and the drying rack after you eat lunch.
No, you're making that, so we can't do that.
Yes, you can do that. And I like to cut. Jillian, stop! Your hands are dirty.
No.
I like to cut some little grooves just to make it look pretty. I do like 3. Like that. And then just pour a little oil on it. Why are you guys staring at me?
We're watching how to make bread.
And brush it with brush. I don't measure or anything. Just get it on here. I have like a little brush thing. You don't have to do this part. It just makes the top golden. Please stop when you cook it. I'm almost out of grapeseed oil too. And you could even use vegetable oil. Okay, so there's one. So here's, can you guys not watch me? It makes me feel weird.
I want to eat lunch.
Okay, so get this on here.
Just need plates.
A little bit more. Why don't you guys just, we actually have, somebody knocking? We actually have hot pockets. You guys can just see that real quick. Somebody can be a cameraman and get in close.
Okay.
Just stop it and then flip the camera.
That's not the best idea, Julian, for you to do.
Tell you to stop the camera.
So can I do it?
That was one of the times the Hot Pockets were on sale.
So can I do it? Mom making her bread. Did I just do it like that?
Yeah, you're probably a little bit close. Back up a tiny bit. Okay, then I'm just gonna start folding in the side.
Mom, these potatoes are good.
Okay.
Yes.
Get the excess flour off. Like
I
so.
thought you were charging this. I don't know where the charger
Hey,
is.
be careful! You're shaking the camera.
I don't know where the charger is.
You have to hold on, Tiffany, because there's a little plate right here.
Where?
In the sink, in the drying room. Okay.
There's Mom's bread.
Get my other. Put this in here. I don't have another bread pan. Oop, that was kind of a lot.
How long should I put my potato?
I don't know, like 45 seconds. So I was talking to my daughter. Okay. Now I'm gonna cover these and put them in the fridge for 2 hours. Okay, turn it off, Julie. I hung up a load of laundry and it smells so good. I'm putting the like socks and stuff on underwear on the other line so that the neighbors can't see it, because they're always out in their yard. So I don't want to embarrass anybody. I say that and then I just showed you everybody on YouTube. So I'll show you the bread after it's done. So it's got 2 hours in the fridge. It's got 2 hours in the fridge, and then I take it out of the fridge and I let it sit at room temperature for 10 minutes. Then I bake it at 400 degrees for like 45 minutes. So I'll show you that when it's done. I feel out of breath today. Still not used to the elevation here. Tonight for dinner we're just having chicken. Leftover, my husband barbecued chicken last night, and there's some leftovers. We ate all the potatoes, so I think I'm just gonna make rice and cook up some veggies or make a salad. Just keep it simple. So I will show you the bread when it's all done. And also, while you're waiting for stuff to rise or whatever, like how I hung a load of laundry up on the line or I cleaned up the kitchen, kind of got distracted because all the kids came in while I was baking the bread wanting lunch. But just, if you do that, then it doesn't just pile up on you. I feel like I just do that all day long. I'm constantly washing dishes or wiping the counters or switching laundry, or if I see like a room needs to be vacuumed, I'll do it real quick. Or sometimes when I'm giving the girls a bath, I'll clean my bathroom while they're in the bathtub, things like that. Okay, here's my bread. Oh. Okay, here's my bread all out of the oven. So I'm gonna cut some slices for dinner. And I got rice going, and I just put some chicken seasoning in it. This is the Instapot, so it cooks it really quick. And I'm just gonna cut up this chicken. I'm gonna cut up an onion and have some frozen veggies, so I'll just mix that together and they can just have it over the rice for dinner. Okay, so there's our chicken. I just our chicken. Here's our rice. I just added some chicken seasoning to it, courtesy of Coffee with Kate. It's kind of sticky, but whatever. And then that's our leftover chicken from last night, so we're just cutting it up. And I just sauteing a bunch of veggies that we needed to use up. Actually, they're frozen veggies. But I have a half open bag of broccoli. I had not half. I had a little bit of broccoli left, and then I had some of this green bean mix with carrots. And then the bread. So that will be dinner. I'm hungry. Kennedy was in here trying to eat the chicken. Bread is, I always cut really bad, but it's really good. So this is one loaf, and then I put another loaf in a bag, and it's already in the pantry, and we'll use that for toast for the rest of the week. Okay guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Chicken tendies. So real quick, here's Kennedy's bowl. I just put a little bit of teriyaki sauce in it on her rice. I'm gonna taste it. I'll give her a piece of chicken. Okay, I just made myself a bowl. I'm gonna taste it. It's hot. That is so good. Totally different meal from last night. I'm using the same chicken.